Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Ashley, and I'm sort of a professional reader. Today we're going to be covering 13 must-reads to ring in spring. So, let's talk about it. We're going to go ahead and set some expectations because you cannot expect me to memorize the synopsis of 13 books. So if you catch me looking down, it's because I'm referring to my notes, so don't come for me in the comments, please. Thank you so much. To start us off, we have Tilt by Emma Pattee. This one actually released on March 25th. When a massive earthquake levels Portland, Oregon, 9-month pregnant Annie must reach home on foot across the ruined city. As she reflects on her unsteady marriage and ponders her uncertain future, Annie encounters other survivors with their own stories to tell. I have been recommended this book by so many of my bookish friends in the community, and I cannot wait to dive into this. Next up, we have The Perfect Divorce by Jeneva Rose. This one came out on the 15th of April. I am currently reading her novel from 2020, The Perfect Marriage. This is its sequel. So we have Sarah Morgan coming back, and she finds herself in another potentially deadly situation concerning her ex-husband, her new husband, some surprise DNA, and yet another missing mistress. I have no context because I've not finished the first book yet, but I am flying through and I can't wait to start this one too. This next one is for my Freida readers. You know who you are. We have The Tenant by Freida McFadden. It will be out on May 6th. Its little synopsis reads, Blake Porter has a problem. Recently fired from his high-end executive position, he's about to lose the mortgage on his proportionately expensive brownstone. So when a charming young woman asks to rent a room, he's delighted until the noises start and the graveyard stench permeates. So, I know my Freida girls are going to love this one. Next, we have Bat Eater and Other Names for Cora Zeng by Kylie Lee Baker. This one will be out on the 29th of April. Low-key, I'm not a horror girly, but this one definitely piqued my interest and I can't wait to get it. It is set during the COVID-19 epidemic in New York City, and this grim and submersive novel follows a crime scene cleaner as she makes a series of terrible discoveries. Bigotry and misinformation have triggered a wave of real-world violence against Asians in the city, but Cora Zeng suspects that something even more deadly is out there hunting in the season of a hungry ghost. This one I've been looking forward to for a while, ever since A Fate Inked in Blood came out. We have A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle Jensen. It'll be releasing on May 13th. We're going to return to a vivid fantasy world drenched in the blood and lust of Norse mythology. In book 2 of this duology, we'll be reveal the fate of the shield maiden Freya, who must overcome an ancient prophecy and recent betrayal to save her people. We have must-read authors, and one of mine is Katherine Center. So coming out on May 20th, we have The Love Haters. There is a video producer, Katie Vaughn, who has just arrived in beautiful Key West to profile Coast Guard rescue swimmer Tom Hutcherson. All is well except for one little detail. Katie can't swim, but she told him she can. So, of course, there's going to be crazy banter. Katherine Center never disappoints me, and I'm so excited to read this one. Next, we have an author who I'm recently a fan of, and that is Emily Henry with Great Big Beautiful Life. This came out on April 22nd. It is starring magazine writer Alice Scott, who hopes to pin the book of the year when she's invited to profile a famous heiress. But she'll have to deal with the handsome industry legend Hayden Anderson, who's also chasing the lead. Since they've both been invited to stay nearby for a 1-month trial period, things might get sticky, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Then we have The Night and the Moth by Rachel Gillig. This is coming out on May 20th. We have a bunch of May 20th releases, and this is a gothic romantasy that I'm super excited to get into. It is starring Sybil Delling as a diviner, destined since childhood to receive visions from otherworldly entities known as omens. When her fellow seers start to vanish mysteriously, Sybil teams up with the knight Roderick, a heretic, but an uncommonly handsome one. It's giving me enemies to lovers, and if anyone knows me, you know I love enemies to lovers. Then we have A Fate Forged in Fire by Hazel McBride. This one will be coming out on May 27th. This is the first in a planned duology, so stay tuned for the second book. We have the island of Tirtine, a long oppressed by anti-magic theocracy, and it needs liberating. Enter the dragon rider Amra, destined for the throne but opposed by corrupt aristocrats and one inconveniently handsome prince. We have a lot of handsome male main characters coming through this for me. Then we have Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This came out on March 18th. You guys know I eat up anything Hunger Games, okay? We love a revolution. Love, love, love. This one is the 5th book of the Hunger Games series. It is set 24 years before the original trilogy during the 50th Hunger Games, which we know as the Second Quarter Quell. And it follows a young Haymitch. I'm so excited to read his story. And he fights to survive a brutal arena and to uncover the corruption at the heart of Pan Am. Haymitch has my heart. He's been one of my favorite characters, and I'm so, so, so excited to kind of like read what shaped him into the alcoholic that he is. He recovered though, mostly. Then we have Where Shadows Meet by Patrice Caldwell. This came out on April 1st. And can I just recognize again, thank you so much for sending me this book. I got sent this in a PR, and it was beautiful and magnificent, and I can't wait to read it. But what it's about, it follows a devastating war among humans, vampires, and gods. Crown Princess Layla must journey to the Island of the Dead, which is about as lethal as it sounds. The upside, her alliance with the beautiful seer Naja is turning out better than expected. If you're in the market for a queer, normative black vampire story, it's right here. Look no further. Look no further. I know everyone has this on their list, and a lot of you probably already read it. I have not gotten to it yet because I watched it emotionally devastate the series. Emotionally devastate many, many of my friends. So I've been putting it off, the whole thing. But now that this book is here, I'll have to be reading it. And this one, I kept it as spoiler-free as possible because I'm also not trying to have it spoiled for myself. The FMC is facing a life-altering decision that will determine her fate and the fate of those around her forever. Dramatic? Maybe. It delves into themes of love, loyalty, and the ultimate battle between personal desires and greater responsibilities. This will definitely be getting read this year. This entire series will be. She thick though, right? And lastly, we have Watch Me by Tahera Mafi. This came out on April 15th. This is a spin-off from the Shatter Me series, and she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. I'm not going to lie to you. I haven't even read Shatter Me. None of those books. But there was a special edition of that one, and then this, and then I was like, guess what? I'm adding another 8-book series to my TBR. This is a spin-off from the Shatter Me series, and it is set around 10 years after the fall of the reestablishment. I don't know what that is, but it sounds great. It follows younger brother James Anderson as he infiltrates the prison on Ark Island. Also on hand, Rosabelle Wolfe, a pitiless assassin linked with a powerful synthetic intelligence. So, my TBR just grew by many, many books. And yours should too. Please let me know if you've already read any of these, if they were good, if they were great, if I should drop them to the bottom of the stack for my TBR, and if there's any spring releases that you are looking forward to that I not cover in this video, drop it in the comments. If you are not following me, please hit the subscribe button. It is much, much appreciated, and happy reading, friends.